always flying from here to there, and I always end up sort of in the last position when flying. You know, you get to the airport, and they say, you show them your ID, they say, it's too bad, sir, you're in zone 5. I said, well, at least I'm not in the twilight zone. I tell a joke, you? Thank you very much. Finally, got a chance to go to one of those 007 banks. You've seen these 007 banks? It's pretty interesting. I went in there, I said, I would like a bond, a savings bond. Pretty good. Finally got a chance to hear the music of Keith Urban. I thought to myself, gee, this guy might want to change his name to Keith Rural, if you know what I mean. But boy, there's a lot of women in music these days, don't you think? A lot of women in music. I love it. I think it's great. Listen, believe me. I think it's terrific. I heard this story because I'm in the industry. I get some of these inside stories, kind of cool. I heard this. I couldn't believe it was true. This young musician, she was, I guess, just starting out, and she was in the studio, and she was singing her song, and she couldn't get a sense of the tempo. You know, she couldn't get a sense of whether it should be too fast or too slow. She didn't know what was going on. So she was young. She said to the producer or the engineer, whoever it was, in the behind the board, you know, and she said, can you help me here with the pace of this? Is it too fast? Is it too slow? And the engineer, he doesn't know, right? He's just pushing buttons, right? So he goes to the producer who's sitting next to him, or manager, we don't know. And he says, what should I tell her here? You know, what should we say? And he goes, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Tell her to play the song swiftly. Yeah. And then, of course, Lady Gaga's out there doing her thing. How many Lady Gaga fans do we have here tonight? I'll count myself. I think what she's doing is important and cool. And I love Lady Gaga. But what's next? Lord Goo Goo? Hey, and whatever happened to U2? Whatever happened to U2? Where did they go? They used to come out with an album every year. Suddenly they disappeared. Does anybody know where they came up with the name U2? Does anybody know the history of where the name U2 came from? Does anybody know where the name U2 came? Does anybody over here know what's that? Do you know where the name U2, where the name of the band U2 came from? Do you know where the name of the band U2 came from? The name of the band the name of the band U2, this is true, came from the Untalented Two. And it was in reference to the drummer, what's his name, Larry Clayton, some bullshit, and the bass player. And those guys are, Edge does all the drums and the bass, and Bono does the drums, and so, the Untalented Two. Boy, what about these records? Speaking of music, these records that come out, you know, these records come out that when they come out, they're not received well, or they kind of go under the radar. They kind of are lost, they're forgotten. And then turns out 20, 30, 40 years later, they're massive classic music. You know, they're genre defining, they're important music. But when they come out, they kind of don't get recognized the way they should. You know, like the first Velvet Underground. Everyone knows that story, right? You've come out with it. No one buys it, but yet here we are. It's the #1 record of all time. Or, you know, it's huge. Like, for the big one, the big example is Pet Sounds. A lot of people don't know this. Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys we can all agree, is just a classic record, correct? It's a classic album. At the time, was not well received. It came out, it was not a big hit. It was, you know, it was kind of considered a little weird by their audience. And I love Pet Sounds. Can I get an applause for that? I mean, I love Pet Sounds. It's a classic. I love Pet Sounds, I really do. But what I hate are pet peeves. Don't they drive you nuts? Just the hangnails or other examples of pet peeves. We got to do something about the English language, by the way, don't you think? I mean, it's like, it is always getting us in trouble. I have one example of that. I know this is cold. This is like flu season, right? What do you call it when you got a sore throat and your stuffy nose? What is that? No, it's a cold. I called my friend. I go, "Hey, Larry, you want to meet for dinner?" He goes, "Nah, I got a cold. I can't come out. I can't go out." I go, "Okay." But here's the thing. When we're feeling good, when we're feeling healthy, we don't say we've got a hot. Look it up. We don't do it. We don't do it. Say, how many people here have a New Year's resolution from this coming, or I don't know, when this, or think it's almost New Year's, I could do it this way. How many people are going to have a New Year's resolution this year? Anybody? I got one, by the way. What is yours, bud? What's yours? What's your, doesn't matter, just say anything. What is your New Year's resolution going to be?
To get a new job.
Get a new job, okay. What's your job now? Fifth grade teacher. I should be a sixth grade teacher. I don't know. There you go. No, I got a New Year's resolution, and it's kind of a little controversial. You ready for it? Come here. No more bullshit. No more bullshit. No more. Bullshit. No more. Bullshit. I said no more. Bullshit. No more bullshit. I went into a restaurant to get a cheeseburger the other day. I said, "Can I get a cheeseburger?" This guy behind the counter goes, "Oh, well, we only have veggie burgers, man. With Brussels sprouts and this and that and turkey, not turkey, fuck." Start again. Right. Okay. Start again. No more bullshit. Well, we got the veggie burger with Brussels sprouts. Not Brussels sprouts. Fuck. Seitan tofu. A tofu burger with vegan cheese and tofu this and that. My wife comes home with these no-salt chips. Fuck you. No more bullshit. And everybody with their head meds. Oh, I'm so sad. I can't get up in the morning. I'm happy now. Anybody on head meds here? I'm so sorry for you. Everything is so hard. I'm tired of your bullshit. I'll have no more of it. My wife is on these head meds. I can't get out of bed. I love my wife, though. I really do. It's, I call her the nag, though. She doesn't like that. I know the girls here are sort of like, "Oh, he's married." I'll tell you, usually I'm wearing this here. When I'm on the road, this comes off. Oh, yeah. Guys are like, "Yep,